So we're talking to Alpha Jalloh, a wide receiver for the Wausau Royals this year. He played with them last season. He came this season, last minute ad really to a lot of people. The day of the game, social media goes crazy because they're like, "Oh, Alpha's playing," and everybody's like, "Oh shoot!" I'm saying shoot because I don't know where this is going. But Alpha, tell us a little bit about how that situation went that you ended up back with the Royals this season.
Well, most people know that I signed to play in Germany, and my staff that was really cool. They was like, yeah, we don't. He was being honest about like us not really having a season, and he said if I ever wanted to sign with another team, that'd be out there. And I didn't think that only Scandinavian countries would be really having a team. So I reached out to Seppo, a while ago, and he said get in contact with Stacy, and they said, yeah, we'll see what we got. They already had some guys already signed, and I guess the other guys didn't want to come, so, they connected the dots for me, and they got me out here.
How fast did they get you out there?
I mean, they tried to do it as soon as possible, some complications at first, but, it was a while ago, and we just had a quarantine and just keep things on the low.
What'd you got for him, Q?
No, I was just about to say that because he also is a YouTube star, up and coming YouTube star, the Alpha Jalloh 101s all across the world. But I was just about to ask, did you have to like quarantine when you got here? I mean, when you got there and like all of that stuff. But you kind of
let them boys make sure them boys subscribe to my YouTube channel, Alpha Jalloh Juice. But yeah, I did have a quarantine. Stacy made sure kept me out of the gym and everything too, and I was like, man, out of practice, so I'm just like learning things, through Zoom, and they just try to do it the right way. I'm like, man, y'all really want to do it the right way? Like, come on, whatever.
Yeah, so I mean, now you're here. You went the right way to get here. What do you think about the whole the format that Finland is doing? They're having only 5 weeks instead of playing teams twice. You play once. You only have at most 3 home games, stuff like that. You guys have to do a lot of traveling whenever you have away games because you're so far away from people. What do you think about the whole setup that the SAJL has this year? You like it? How do you feel about it?
I mean, I think it's smart. They're doing it the right way. They're making people quarantine and they having a shorter season. I feel like they should add a few more games, because I feel like if you win at least 2 or 3, you kind of automatically in the playoffs. But this year is so interesting because I feel like it's the toughest year that it will be in Finland. And, there's a lot of competition here. So it's like, you could lose against this team once, and you feel like you can get the edge. Because I know Portland, it's like, man, we probably can play against them twice. We can get it. Or maybe they feel like, it's a real team that they had the second half. Maybe we couldn't beat them from the beginning. But, you might lose a game against, 1 touchdown or like a really close game. You feel like you need that second match against that team. And a lot of times you play a team twice in a year or, a few more times, that the outcome could be different. Just like how the Roosters, lost 2 times against Steelers last year, and they were victorious in the championship game. So, it's a lot of things that you gotta try to learn, and you just don't. So you just have the picture in your head that you don't want to lose against that team the first time because you don't get a second chance to play them unless it's in the playoffs. So that makes things just so much interesting and different and more complicated.
Every week is the playoffs.
Exactly.
Yeah, every week is the playoffs out there. There is no second chance. You have something else for him, Q? I got plenty of questions. If you got any.
That was it for me.
Oh, I got plenty of questions because this is gonna be a little bit longer segment because we're doing it for somebody else. But so what I want to know is your opinion on leagues outside of Finland. What is your thoughts on the whole GFL canceling?
Man, to be honest, I feel like teams could have took the Finland route and make it a smaller season. I feel like with the whole quarantine and COVID thing, I mean, I believe it's a serious deal. My mom had COVID, and thank God, she surpassed it, and she's older, so I feel like teams should still have games. Most of the guys should know if they're at risk or people coming to the game are at risk, they should not come to the games. It's like continue to have football, man. It's our way of life. You know, this is what we love to do. And especially in Germany, you know, football is big there. They have a big American culture there with the military and all the different kind of sorts of connections with America. So I really think that other teams, you know, outside of this league should just, you know, should have tried to take this example to keep their league smaller, or just, I mean, I know there's a process to keep it safe. Like, for example, the one thing that we did after the game is we didn't shake hands with other team because you know, social distance, but we can tackle them and lay on top of them and do that stuff.
This is like, crazy. You can tackle them, but you can't shake hands.
Yeah. And it's not like you know, these teams have like so many fans. They can keep the distance. You know, it's like, I mean, don't stop football from happening.
Yeah, saying that it's an interesting thing with the GFL. The AFL is kind of going the same way, but that's because they're making teams get tested all during the season, so that's also difficult. Here in Finland, you have the quarantine situation, and then that's it. So with the GFL kind of closing, do you expect to see a lot more influx of GFL caliber players coming to Finland, like ASAP, pretty much, because of the trade deadline?
I know. When is the trade deadline?
I could not lie to tell you. Is it this week?
I thought it was tomorrow. I thought it was tomorrow, but it could be the next Friday or something.
It should be. It's this week. It's soon. That's what I'm saying. Like, people probably already had to know last week if they were bringing in more people.
I mean, the league is already interesting, you know, with the Wolverines having a lot of imports, but I feel like, you know, some teams will probably try to pick up, you know, players. I mean, everybody is watching the league. People are saying, like, man, you guys got a, you know, roster spot or anything, like, hey, this our head coach, you know what I mean? This team, everybody sees the league. They know that it's 6 teams there, and everybody's watching us around the whole world. And, you know, there's a spot to be placed that you know that you feel like you can fill, like that. Hit up that team, you know, or, you know, figure it out.
Hey, I expect there to be a lot of new faces in week 2. In just week 2, I expect to see different faces on teams, because there was players who didn't play in week 1 who were on rosters for Wolverines, Steelers. I want to say Crocodiles too. So that's half the league gonna have new players come week 2. Yeah. I don't know what you guys' situation are, but you always got new players, so we expect that too. You ain't gotta tell us nothing. We know. We understand.
That's confidential.
Yeah, right? That's confidential. Yeah, man. But Alpha Jalloh, we just wanted to, you know, talk to you a little bit, see where your head was going into the season. I mean, well, after the season already started, just kind of get an understanding how you're thinking about football in Europe right now. Anything specific about American football in Europe that you're like interested to see going on right now outside of the GFL and Maple League? Anything going on that you got your hands into or anything?
I mean, I'm just glad that it's growing, and I'm glad that it's taking attention. As like, I think we the only in Europe is the only football that's being played.
Yeah,
and it's taking people attention. Like, people, you know, with the Instagram, you know, you tag something, somebody sees it and posting it, like, oh man, where they playing football? Like, where this going on at? It's like, bro, it's in Europe. Like, man, I want to play it, and these guys are, you know, top quality guys. And they're like, yeah, man, like, man, you know, you blessed because you playing football right now, and people don't even realize that. And like, a lot of teams, you know, are taking a hit with money, so, you know, money is not what people even playing for. It's just like back to the root of, like, how much do you love the game? You know, as like Last Chance U is on right now. You see the new season, guys in California is sleeping in their cars. You know, they just to play this game that we all love. So right now, I'm just thankful that it's growing and it's catching attention, and it's great for the Maple League because people, you know, I mean, I even slept on the Maple League before I even, you know, played against the Roosters. It's like Finland, you know what I mean? And it's actually, you know, good competition, especially on the offense side of the ball. They think, oh, there's no defensive players. Like, nah, man. Like, some of the Finnish guys are actually explosive on offense, and this league is just, you know, it's a good league. You know, I think it's definitely, you know, up there with the GFL. It's just that they just got more teams, and their league's just been around and established. So,
but if it don't come back, GFL might not come back. You know, I heard teams saying, hey, we don't even want to be part of this. Hey, Maple League, I mean, this might be the new, you know, top league in Europe. Yeah, I said it. It might be the new top league in Europe. Right now, technically, this is the best league in Europe. And no one else can say that they are a better league than the Maple League right now. We out
There's no better league than 2020 Maple League right now.
Yeah, no better league. We out here. TIF, baby. TIF. All right, man. We'll let you get out of here. We appreciate you talking to us today. Y'all don't forget to follow Alpha Jalloh on his YouTube channel. Give him the YouTube channel again.
Yeah, Life with Jalloh Juice. Life with Jalloh Juice.
Okay. What's the Instagram handle?
Jalloh_juice. Jalloh_juice.
Okay. We're gonna try to get some graphics or something. Throw that all up in there, man. It's all good.
right here.
Yeah. All right, man. Take it easy.
I got a question for y'all.
Oh, go ahead. You got it.
Yeah. So if y'all was on my YouTube channel, we got Floyd at receiver, you at DB. Y'all going 3 reps at a time.
Floyd, he not a receiver. Q not playing receiver. Q gonna tell me put on some pads. We're gonna have to put on pads, and what we're gonna do is okay. This is what I would do with Q, because I can play running back, he can play linebacker. So we're gonna do goal line drill. You 1 yard behind it, I'm 1 yard away from it. I get the ball. When they say hut, we meet the goal line. We gotta see who's gonna get it. You get 3 tries.
I'm gonna
beat you once.
win that every time.
No, I'm gonna beat you once. I'm gonna beat you once, bro. I'm gonna beat you once. But
you gonna beat him with
no, I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna smack him. Believe me, I got some.
Ooh, hey, did I just start something?
I said I'm gonna do it once. I said I'm gonna do it once because I ain't got enough to do it 3 times. But when I go defense, we doing like the angle tackle drill because I ain't gonna win that one. But on offense, I'm more physical than I am when I play defense. So for me,
Hey, Floyd, you gotta speak now. He justified himself.
Yeah,
Look, hey, I'm gonna tell you this right here. If I had to put pads on right now in the Maple League right now, I'm leading the league in tackles right now at 36.
Ooh.
He said that. Hey, I ain't gonna argue that.
Hey, the weight room's still good to me right now.
Oh yeah,
still good to me right now.
Flexing out there.
I stopped because I ain't have no more rings, no room on my fingers for rings. That's the only reason I stopped playing. So,
hey, you took a ring away from me.
Oh, hey, you almost took a ring away from me, but
Yeah, just if y'all don't know, Alpha Jalloh used to play for the Karlstad Crusaders out in Sweden, and they had to play against Helsinki Roosters for the NFL title. And Coach Q was the head coach of those Roosters, and he got a ring. And Jalloh did not. That was my league.
That was my first. I had heard his name so many times, but that was the first time I actually experienced seeing this young man explosive self. And man, like literally, like no lie, like I'm gonna give you your flowers while I'm right here. Like this was one of the most fastest. I don't even know how to describe him. I was like, where did they get this dude from? Like he shouldn't even be playing over here right now because the way he was moving, the way he was, and then to see you come to the Royals, and if anybody that followed us last year, we had you probably being the player of the year if you would have played the whole season. So I got much respect for you, you know what I'm saying? Because I just like the way you play. I like that at any given time, you know what I'm saying? You can take it to the crib, and that's the type of players I like to see. And you got a good attitude, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's good for Finland, and I think that just shows a lot about how you were raised and your football background. So I definitely enjoy coaching against you, you know what I'm saying, watching you and everything. So I definitely wish you good luck.
Thank you.
I want to throw out one last thing about Jalloh. We're going to get off of here eventually, I promise. But just one thing that I think people underestimate is, this dude is fast, really fast. He got great change of direction, very athletic. He can play offense and defense. He was a defensive back in college, but has been a great receiver in Europe. But this guy's physical. We didn't talk about it earlier, but in this last game, there were a couple runs where my boy Tom Suosti, he got off because this dude blocked 3 separate people, so that Tom could score like a 59-yard or 60-something yard touchdown. Like, that takes strength, and then he continued to do it. Like, he didn't get as many passes as you want to see, but I seen a couple times Tom went through the hole and then just ran towards Alpha. He's like, I know I got blocks over there. And Alpha over there just moving DBs left and right. And that's something that's really underrated. That's what sets up a good run game, is having receivers that can block. And that's something a lot of receivers don't do. But watching you're a complete athlete. When you play a position, you play that entire position. I've seen you play running back and do blitz pickup. I've seen you play safety and cornerback, and you have to play those two different ways. At safety, you're more about making tackles. At cornerback, you're more about shutting down receivers, but also help defense if you have to. Like, you are that type of guy who you can tell that you study the game and you want to be the best player every time you're on the field, which in my opinion, you are. I've yet to see you step on the field with anyone that's better than you at this point in your career.
Hey, can I get this all in writing?
Yeah, I'll write it down. You're a signed confession. Hey, I also want to say, before you came to Finland, I was already telling people who he was. I said that he was going to be an MVP candidate if he came to Finland. And people was like, who? Alpha Jalloh? Juska? And I was like, okay, all right. And then you ain't do nothing to prove me right. I've been bragging for you about the last 2 years. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. I love being in Finland. And I wanted to mention too, man, Finland, they show a lot of love, you know? Like random people, moms, pops, they have messaged you, try to find you at the game, taking photos. Like, man, make you feel a little special again.
Yeah, that's great,
There's
man.
a lot of love out here.
All right, man, we're going to let you get out of here. Appreciate it. I know you got to go to a meeting. Take it easy, man.
Yeah.